And we can squeeze in one more.
Philip Bloor, will we end up with President Trump and Prime Minister Johnson?
Very briefly, I'm afraid. Brendan O'Neill.
I think it would be really, really interesting if we did. I think what we're seeing, it would be more entertaining than Hillary boring Clinton or one of those Republicans whose names none of us can remember. I think it would be interesting. I think what we're seeing with the rise of Trump is what I referred to earlier this week as the revenge of the plebs. People who feel that they've been shunted out of politics for too long and are not being taken seriously by the political establishment. Lo and behold, if you treat people like idiots, they'll go looking for someone else. Trump's success is down to how patronising and paternalistic the rest of politics has become. So it's the politicians' fault that Trump is doing so well.
Lucy Powell.
Well, I think people who have that sort of attitude are people for who really government doesn't matter because their lives are okay anyway and they'll be okay no matter who is in power. But I happen to believe that politics really matters, and it matters particularly for those who are most disadvantaged in society, who is the government of the day. And that's why I absolutely don't think that America would be better off with Donald Trump, nor would this country be better off with Boris Johnson, but we're much better off with a Labour government that can deliver on some of its values.
Therese Coffey.
I think Donald Trump's comments on Muslims were divisive and wrong, but I do believe the USA is a great country and I trust Americans to make up their minds the right way.
You mean that? What about Boris as Prime Minister?
Oh, well, there's no vacancy
You forgot
yet.
somehow to say that.
There is... dare I say it, David Cameron is staying put as Prime Minister till 2020, and I'm very pleased about that, and there'll be a leadership election in due course, but for the moment we've got other things on our minds.
Paul Nuttall.
I think Boris Johnson has a better chance of being Prime Minister after his calculated decision this week to back our side in the referendum. As for Trump, there is a possibility, and we'll know in a couple of weeks with Super Tuesday coming up whether Trump will go on to be the candidate. But equally at the same time, I predicted in 2010 that a young chap called Marco Rubio would be the next Republican president, and I'm probably going to stick with that.
Is there a way in which Donald Trump is the kind of Nigel Farage of American politics?
Look. Now, I've got to be really careful. Don't forget I am his deputy. Look, I think Trump is a reaction, like Jeremy Corbyn in a way, slightly, against what people expect politicians to be. And people are looking for something different. People are looking for something exciting, I suppose. And Trump goes out there, says what he means what he says, and straight talks. And in a way, I suppose Nigel Farage does too.
OK, thank you. That brings us